Hi, welcome to Fratello InnoTech, your ultimate destination for learning latest technologies.
Hello everyone. So today we are going to understand the difference between web services and web APIs and REST APIs and microservices in very simple and easy way. Here look at the XML web services architecture here. So here web service allows two systems to communicate over the internet. So uses the XML format mainly and works on protocols like SOAP, Simple Object Access Protocol. So it is a platform independent and so look at the image. So this image shows how XML web services work using the SOAP messages. So first the client sends the request here and but it does not send directly. It goes through something called client proxy. So in phase 1. So phase 1 you can see that serialize here you can see that phase 1. So the request is converted to into a SOAP message. So this means data is changed into format that can travel over the internet and then SOAP request goes through the network to the service. So look at the picture in phase 2 deserialize. The web service receives the message and convert it back into readable format. So now the web service processes the request and prepares the response. So here it prepares the response and now look at the phase 3 serialize. So the response is again converted into SOAP message. This response travels back through the network here. So in phase 4 here deserialize the client proxy converts the message back and sends the result to the client. Here this is all about XML web services and so coming to the web API. So look at the image. This shows a simple flow of web APIs. First, the user uses the client and like a browser or mobile app. The client sends HTTP request to the server and these requests ask for some data or action. The server contains the application logic API. So it understands the request and process it. So server may connect to the database to get store the data and after processing so the server sends response back to the client. So response is usually in JSON or XML format. Finally, the client shows that result to the user. So this is the web API. It connects to the client and the server and it works on HTTP methods get to post and put delete here. So it is very fast and simple and easy to use. And one more is microservice. So say that microservices divide applications into small independent services. So each service perform one specific conditions. So services communicate using APIs, easy to scale and update individual services. So this image shows the microservice architecture of e-commerce system. So first users access the system through a web client and our mobile client. So both clients sends requests to the central point like API gateway here. So this gateway acts like a single entry point. So API gateway sends a request to different microservices based on the need. So here we have a cart service and checkout service and payment service and inventory service and order service. So in the cart service, it will manages the shopping cart and checkout service handles over the confirmation and one more is payment service process the payments and inventory service so manages the product stock here. So order service manages the orders. So each service has its own separate databases, so they work independently and after processing each service sends response back through the API gateway to the client. So and one more is REST APIs. So look at the image here. Shows how REST API communicate between client and server. On the left side, we have client like a browser or mobile app. The client sends HTTP request to the server. So this request includes methods like get and post and URLs. So like API endpoints headers, example accept and application JSON like that, and request body, data sent to the server. So this request includes methods and URLs, headers and request body. So the request goes to the server application on the cloud. So the server processes the request and prepares a response. So then the server sends HTTP response back to the client. So response includes status codes and headers and response body. So response codes means 200 success okay like that, and headers content type JSON here. So response body data is in JSON format. Finally, the client receives the data and it shows to the user. So here in this we are using, it uses HTTP methods get, post and put, delete. So it works mainly in JSON data format used in web and mobile and cloud applications. So this is all about web services. So difference between all this. So thank you.
Thank you for watching the video. Please like the video and subscribe the channel for live updates. Please visit www.fratelloinitech.com for more courses.